So hello, everyone. Welcome to our Gut Health Masterclass. We are so excited to have you join in to this webinar and presentation. We are going to ideally keep this an hour for you. So we are grateful for your time that is really truly investing into yourself by coming on this webinar and learning some things that potentially can completely change your life. I know that a lot of the things that we're going to talk about tonight have completely changed my life. And for those of you who have never met, so nice to meet you. My name is Jen, and I have been teaching about essential oils, biohacking, gut health, and all things for so years. And I really got my start into understanding about plants and how they can be used as medicine after I got off of birth control several years ago, and my body just went haywire. I think of many of us millennials, it was you got acne and you got put on birth control at a very young age of 15, 16. And I didn't realize that some of those symptoms that I was experiencing, like PMS and acne, were actually a sign that my body needed help and was out of balance. But instead of working through the holistic way, of course, we didn't know back then. All right. And now when you know better, you do better. I got off, and of course, those lingering things came back with vengeance. And so I have spent the past few years, and luckily with the support and love from these amazing women that are going to be sharing tonight, who are true masterminds in their field. We've all worked together and learned along the way of different things that can help support our body system. And I've since been able to clear up that pesky acne. I can't even remember the last time I had a breakout, thank goodness. And really truly I've been able to revolutionize my life simply by following my body's natural rhythms and being able to tune in more with myself and know when things are out of balance, what to do. So I'm excited to be on tonight's webinar because it really, for me, is the extension of living a yoga lifestyle, is being able to not only, find union or harmony just when you're on your mat or when you're meditating, but throughout your life. And a lot of that is what you're putting in your mouth. It is what you're putting on your skin and some of the habits that go with that. So I'm really excited to be here as a support agent and facilitator in this cleanse for you guys. And I'm so happy that you're all here.
Yeah, it's so cool that we've been able to cultivate a lot of these practices together and experimenting and learning this over the past 8 years. So, hi everyone, my name is Megan Newmans. I'm an integrative nutrition holistic health coach, and I specialize in gut health. I've been working in this holistic field for the past 8 years. Prior to that, about 10 or 12 years as a personal trainer in group fitness and yoga. And I transitioned from that physical fitness lifestyle to become a health coach when I was burnt out and overworked and injured. And early on in my health coaching journey, I learned about toxicity in the home with our cleaning products, our body products. And so my first, introduction to biohacking was through lowering my toxic load through the products that we use in our home, our cleaning products, our body products, and then understanding what this toxicity, not only in our home, but what we're exposed to in our environment with the secondhand smoke and chemicals being sprayed, pesticides in the food. And so I started to learn about how to detoxify not only the environment that we live in, but our body. And early on in my journey, I had developed leaky gut and eczema and skin rashes. And it took me a couple years to be able to heal from that naturally. And I had to focus on gut health, really healing a leaky gut to heal my skin from the inside out. And along this journey, learned of many different self-care practices, lymphatic practices, Ayurvedic detox practices that I have done on myself. I've gone through a series of cleanses, elimination diets, and we've been able to take what we've learned with our own health and create an amazing program that just helps so many people because it's focused on cleansing the gut. And the gut is our second brain. It's really the state of our overall health. So we have so much to dive into tonight. We're excited to share more with you. So I will pass the mic to Monica, can share a little bit about her story, and then we'll dive in.
Hi, everyone. My name is Monica. I am a licensed dietitian and also holistic health coach alongside these amazing ladies who I've also been facilitating in group and leading group coaches, group coaching, had a long day, for helping people restore their health, lose excess fat, and also have a healthy digestive system and overall body. And so this is something that I have been really passionate about. I started working as a dietitian in 2011, and my practice has just evolved more and more as I have gotten to really understand how we can heal our bodies at the root level, beyond just taking a medication or going on an extreme diet or on diet pills, which is something that is very common in Western medicine. And it's been something that I've been really adamant about helping other people understand what's going on with their bodies and how to rewire their habits and their mindset to create the right foundation for their bodies to heal. And so that's something that we all are really passionate about teaching and just really getting to weave this into our practice so that we can really embody this and go beyond a 30-day plan and really restore our body if that's what's needed and also thrive. So whether you need a little reminder of some good nutrition eating habits, or whether you do need to clear your body out of toxins, or you're just wanting to have that consistency and that commitment and that support from our community. This is a conversation that we're going to get to have and go deeper in today, and invite you to join us. So let's get started. So what is biohacking? Biohacking involves making incremental changes to diet, lifestyle, and environment to enhance physical and mental performance. It's often guided by data and personal experimentation. I think all of us, Megan, Jen, and myself, we love tracking our progress. And so that's something that is part of biohacking, is being able to look at your stats. And this involves integrating strategies such as customized nutrition, targeted exercise, supplementation, and holistic approaches to sleep and stress management, all while prioritizing the reduction of toxic exposure through lifestyle adjustments. Also, personalization. Since everyone's body is different, biohacking emphasizes personalized approaches. What works for one person may not work for another, so it involves some trial and error.
All right. So biohacking for gut health, key pillars. It's not just one thing that you're going to implement into your daily lifestyle. It's all the things working together with consistency. So dietary changes is big, just being able to cut out inflammatory foods, common ones like gluten and dairy, makes a big difference. Playing around with different time frames of intermittent fasting and seeing how your body does to create more metabolic flexibility of being able to shift from carb burning to fat burning as a source of fuel. And with intermittent fasting, it gives your digestive system a much needed break from the work that happens all day long while we're digesting our food. You can heal so much in a fasted state, and there's just so many different studies out there. Monica created a whole fasting program years ago, and she's got a lot to back that up. And it's individual for everybody. So hydration also very key. Our body systems run on water, but just plain water is really not enough. It's about bringing in the minerals, the electrolytes. Managing your stress is big for having a healthy, happy gut. So being able to come into lifestyle practices, maybe it's breath work or yoga, meditation, the daily sunrise and sunset, or working with essential oils to lower your stress response. Sleep is a huge part of biohacking. Getting an ample amount of sleep so that your body's systems can regenerate overnight every day, including your digestive system. People who are like after fat loss and weight loss, it's like, how is your sleep? That's number one for how your body is responding to what you're doing day to day, and the tracking and data. So there's a lot of different tools out there, even just tracking the good old-fashioned way with a measuring tape with the inches on the body and taking scale weight and taking pictures, or doing different tools. Like I have a Lumen breath device that measures your metabolic flexibility. I know Monica's really into the Aura Ring. A lot of people are tracking their steps with their watches, taking their temperatures to with fertility journeys. So lots of different tools that you can use to track your progress.
Sorry, I was muted. Let's talk a little bit more about why gut health matters. So many people don't realize that our gut is actually our second brain. I feel like in the health and wellness world right now, gut health is like a very buzz thing right now. But the truth is that gut health has always mattered. And that's because our gut has over 100 million cells and it's a super highway to our brain. And our immune system actually lives in our gut. So when you're biohacking, when you're using essential oils, when you're doing cleanses and you're supporting your body, you're supporting your immune system. And when your immune system is healthy, and your gut microbiome is healthy, your body is functioning better. A lot of people don't know actually our happy hormones, our serotonin and dopamine are actually produced in our gut as well. So it's really important, especially as we age, the more toxins, the more things that we are exposed to, the buildup over the years and not enough enzymes and not enough good microbiome that is fueling our bodies. Things tend to get a little off schedule, right? And so why it's so important is that when you reset your gut, your whole rest of your body is going to be able to come into balance because the gut is truly the center and the focus, the super highway for information in your body. And so if you have any issues, if you're on this webinar today because you came because you're feeling tired, because you're feeling heavy, because you're feeling that you have acne, if you're feeling that you have hormone balance, if you're experiencing weird sinus issues, headaches, all of these types of things are simply because gut health is out of balance and you're 100% in the right place because fixing your gut lead to healing all of these other issues that you may not even realize are actually coming from your gut.
All right, gut health and your mood. The gut-brain axis is a communication system between your gut and brain. Your gut's bacteria promote mood-related chemicals like serotonin. In fact, the gut provides approximately 95% your body's serotonin, most of which exists in plasma. An imbalance in these bacteria can lead to mood issues like anxiety and depression. Keeping your gut healthy with a good diet can help improve your mood. And so this is something I want you to think about. If you, for example, go on a trip and you're just eating a bunch of junk food or unhealthy food, how does your body feel after a few days? Versus if you're eating really clean and eating whole foods and just moving your body and doing all like the self-care routines, how does your body feel after a few days? It literally creates this frequency within and without that it's felt so deeply in your mood. You're more likely to feel better and to make healthier choices for yourself as well. So if you're struggling with anxiety, brain fog, headaches, depression, you're feeling unmotivated, maybe you're easily stressed, sluggish, or you have trouble focusing, your gut could actually be a key to helping solve some of these things through diet and through really making nutrition changes.
So let's take some inventory on our health and how we're feeling. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Fatigue, irritability, drained or depressed, poor memory, headache, skin problems, hormonal imbalances, sugar cravings, digestive issues, heartburn, indigestion, bloating, gas, constipation, candida, IBS, or joint pain, nasal congestion, recurrent infections, constant stomach bugs, or parasites? If you answered yes, it's time to detox. So as you can see, all of these different symptoms is relating back to the health of our gut. You can really see how intertwined our health is with the health of our digestive system.
And if you're feeling any of those things, like type in the chat if you're like, oh, I had multiple of those on there. I know that when I started this gut health journey, I was like, I'm like everything on the list. Like I just was not feeling great. And not even as a yoga teacher, like eating healthy, doing all the things, I felt awful. And so number one, it's not your fault, right? It's actually the fault of living in our current modern day world. And we are exposed to so many things that we don't even realize that is sold in stores. It's totally legal for us to have. Other places around the world have banned a lot of different types of food additives and different chemicals. But here in the United States, many of us are here in the States. There are so many things that we're exposed to on a daily, weekly basis that can actually be harming our health, especially our gut health. So we probably know like alcohol, right? And can change our microbes, but you might not know that sleep actually can shift your chemical makeup of your stomach. And of course, not eating enough fiber. We always hear eat your veggies, right? Good microbes actually come from plants and from that plant fiber. So we want to eat as many fruits and veggies as we can. Pollution in the city, right? Toxins, cleaners that when you're walking into an office building, all of these things can help our body to go down the crapper basically by destroying our gut microbiome. Like even the soap dispensers, when you're in like the bathroom at the airport or a public restroom, those soaps can actually damage your microbiome, as well as like Purell, those hand sanitizers, so many different things. A lot of over-the-counter medications such as ibuprofen, Tylenol can actually have a major effect on your gut. That was actually my journey through all of this too, was my mom was taking a lot of this for her anti-inflammatory issues that she was having, and it totally wrecked her gut. She had all sorts of problems. And so we know that a lot of prescriptions, these things can have an effect on our gut. A lot of food additives, we talked about that. Antibiotics, of course, completely destroy everything in your gut. So if you've taken antibiotics, especially in the last 6 months to a year, 100% your gut is like, the good bacteria are like, hey, help me, feed me. We're losing the battle. And that's when some of those sugar cravings and the candida and the bad things can take over. Even water, right? Megan mentioned hydration. Even if you're drinking great water, chances are it has some chemicals in it, some poisons that unfortunately are allowed in our water system, and those can have an effect on our body. And ultimately, this whole picture, right? When we look at the food, we look at all of these different issues, it can really, a little bit of a lot of different things can end up causing a lot of issues in our gut. Because we just think, oh, I just didn't sleep well last night, and oh, I'll eat more vegetables tomorrow, and you wash your hands once. And it's really like we don't notice that all of these little things add up to something really catastrophic for our gut, because it doesn't seem like much when we're doing it. It just feels kind of normal. But the truth is that a lot of these things are causing these gut issues. So it's good to be aware.
And other lifestyle contributors that we may not always think about, kind of dived into it a little bit with our self-care products, but it's also personal products. It's what's in your toiletry bag, it's in your makeup bag, it's in your beach bag, it's our sunscreen, hair products, deodorants, all the free stuff that are in the gyms or in hotels. We don't realize the chemicals that come inside of these products, including pharmaceutical products. And so over the counter, I definitely used to like spending a lot of money at Walgreens and Target and just buying all these things, not realizing that fragrance and the other chemicals that they don't even need to be disclosing are in, and how that affects our gut health and our hormones and our body. Something else to really pay attention to are plastics and PFAs. And so this is everything that is like from receipts to what foods are packed in. If you have any plastic Tupperware, switching that out for glass, for example. Really being intentional about what kind of cookware you have in your home. And of course, synthetic chemicals, everything from our blankets to our laundry, our clothes, pesticides. I used to, work in the restaurant when I was younger and just using all those like deep bug sprays, because it was we were always getting bit by like mosquitoes and things like that, and it was just so normal but we didn't realize that this is very synthetic and it does have an effect on our body. So this is something that maybe doesn't come overnight. And it's like, okay, let me start with one thing and start switching that over. Okay, let me start switching this thing over and like taking it one step at a time, but being aware that it's even in our field so that we can start making these changes towards that.
The toxic overload. You know, one thing that I've been experiencing lately at a lot of wellness events is people getting sponsors for goodie bags. And I'll get this goodie bag and I'm looking at the products being given to me at a wellness event, all synthetic, some toxic chemicals, fragrances. And I'm like, I don't want the trash. I want someone, you know. So, and what's being affected? Look at all of our organs down there. Help. It's taking the toll. Your liver, your skin, lungs, kidneys, digestive tract can only handle so much. When your body is dealing with a high toxic load from what we're exposed to, it wreaks havoc on your gut health and overall well-being. So over time, this toxic buildup can lead to fatigue, hormonal imbalance, skin issues, weight gain, chronic health issues. And to counteract it, it's crucial to incorporate seasonal cleansing along with daily detox routines, self-care, and lymphatic practices that supports your body's natural detoxification system. And it's really nice to start to build these into your daily habits because this is how we can live this as a lifestyle, because there's other ways that you can reduce toxicity.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, you know, number one, I just don't want you guys to be overwhelmed, right? If you're like, oh my gosh, they're talking about like I have to change my soap and my hands, like everything is toxic, right? And we're not saying this to like shame you or say that you're bad, or, you know, we have been there, right? Like we bought all the things, we've had all the different longitudinals. I used to drink all of these different things, right? It's totally normal that you may have a lot of this stuff or maybe doing these things before this webinar, because it's just normal, right? So don't feel bad about yourself. And the best way to reduce that toxicity is to just go little by little, baby steps of you start switching things out. And ultimately, that's what our community, we have so many amazing people. I see several of our wellness community leaders on this call. We've got Gabriella and Allison. We've got Kim here. And we have an incredible community of leaders that are going to help you actually detoxify your life little by little by little. So don't get overwhelmed thinking about the whole picture of like, okay, I need to throw away my whole house. But we want to take little baby steps, right? So like 1 week, 1 month, you focus on like, okay, personal care. Then the next month you run out of cleaner and then you focus on your kitchen, right? So we're not saying you need to just dump everything, but there are things that you can be aware of, and little by little, you can switch things out. So natural clothing fibers, using, you know, organic cotton is fantastic. Switching out your feminine care products. I love the Cora brand. Switching out perfume for essential oils, which is amazing. I just put on my Blue Lotus. Out your medicine cabinet, some of those anti-inflammatories, things that we're talking about that you can switch out for plants, which we can help you with. Switching your pans to non-toxic pans like your stainless steel or your cast iron, and switch out your glass, your plastic containers for glass, and switching out your plugins for diffusers, right? And you can really switch out all the products in your home, the cleaning products, your personal care products, for a better option. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that and make it a super easy process for you, with you or whoever invited you to this webinar, so that it isn't overwhelming and that you can feel empowered instead of overwhelmed in your health journey.
The secret to your future and your health is hidden in your daily routine. And this is something that is so key. And that's what we love to talk about, is like lifestyle. And that's where biohacking comes in. It's the little things that we do every single day.
So daily habits for optimal health. This is our secret sauce for longevity to feeling your absolute best. So, a few detox practices here, daily rituals that you can put into your day, your week, and start to create a little routine that feels accessible for you to stick with. Oral care, number one, tongue scraping on the daily. Every day, this is a way that you can detox from the mouth. There's a film that shows up on your tongue in Ayurveda. It's known as alma, which is basically your body's toxic load that was processed from what you were exposed to the day before. So you want to scrape that off. You can do oil pulling, common with coconut oil or sesame oil, and brush your teeth with fluoride-free toothpaste. I love the doTERRA On Guard. And also I like rotate month to month to the Supermint, but someone mentioned Supermint in the morning to wake you up, and then On Guard at night to help protect your immunity and overnight for sleep. So I'm like, ooh, I'm ready to get both at once. With lymphatic practices to detox from the skin. So our lymphatic system is our detoxification system. It doesn't have a pump like your heart does. So we need to pump it ourselves from different practices that you could do, which couples as your self-care and self-love routines, which is dry brushing, dry body brushing, gua sha and facial cupping. You can sculpt your face and soften fine lines at the same time while detoxing. Using red light therapy, rebounding on a mini trampoline. I got one recently over the summer and I've been just having fun. Monica, I've actually put on your song in the morning and just like jumped all day, like the whole song. I'm like, let me do this one 6-minute song or so. And it makes it fun. It's a little bit of cardio. Doing a lymphatic massage. And it's really nice to get the professional lymphatic massages or wood therapy treatments. If you haven't done a wood therapy treatment, I would definitely try one out. And then my favorite, spa life with contrast therapy, sauna and steam room, cold plunge, Epsom salt baths for detoxing. I love to add into the bath copaiba, lavender, serenity. Monica's got away. Some other rituals that you can do within your day.
Yeah. And so these are also movement and sleep and getting some nature therapy. And so let's start with movement, because this is the first thing that I tell my clients, especially if they want to lose excess body fat or if they just want to feel better. Walking after your meals to help lower your blood sugars, averaging 10K steps a day, 10,000. You can track this with your phone or even with the Aura Ring, which I absolutely love. Increasing your flexibility, doing some yoga and mobility. I would say every day, if you can work on just touching your toes and stretching your glutes and also just opening up your chest. Like, how many times are we just rounding our chest all day in front of the computer? The little things. Consistently working out, strength and cardio training, even if it's 30 minutes, even if it's 3 times a week, at least do that consistently. And syncing your workouts with your infradian rhythm. So really looking at your hormonal cycle if you're a woman, and like really learning how to honor the different cycles that we have throughout the month, because this is also going to help you make the most of your energy output and what you really have available to do, and not set yourself up for failure, right? If you're about to go into your cycle and you're like trying to do a HIIT workout or go to CrossFit, that might not be the best use of your energy in that time. And so what I really started doing is like looking at it as like week blocks. You have 4 weeks, like let's break it up into different workouts every week so that you can be consistent, but having variety. Also with sleep, creating a relaxing bedtime routine, so important. Reading, meditating, journaling, or I like also listening to a podcast while I'm stretching my body and like not be scrolling or on my computer. Going to bed so you can make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of good sleep, avoiding bright screens for 1 hour before bed, and making sure your bedroom is nice and cool. There's no bright lights. It's quiet. Your diffuser's turned on. And of course, not eating 1.5 to 2 hours before bed. And then lastly, nature therapy. I cannot rave enough about this. I think that's the one thing we all have in common here, Jen, Megan, and I, is that we love to be in nature. So forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku. This is where we get our best ideas. Like when we're out playing in nature, when we're kayaking, when we're getting sunshine or skating or hiking or even gardening. I love gardening in the mornings on the weekends. Doing any kind of trips or adventures out in nature, getting outside of the four brick walls that we tend to be in more often than not. And of course, sunrise and sunset walks, getting that morning sunshine in to really help you stay focused and alert and feel good and get a little bit of vitamin D in. Which slide.
So one of the most important things when it comes to biohacking and your gut health, and also one of the easiest things you can do, because some of these practices may take you some time to learn, and we're happy to teach you. That's part of what we do in our cleanse program, is to teach you how to incorporate some of these things into your life and teach you the way. But I think all of us know how to take supplements. That's an easy one. And it's really, really necessary for our body, because it's going to help make up for some of these deficiencies that are happening in our nutrition. So because food these days is ripening on trucks for the most part, even if you're eating organic, even if you're eating healthy, the food just is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. So we have to have quality supplements in our life in order to get the fuel that our body needs. So I like to think of the supplements just as like the gas that we put in our car. Without the gas, the car is not going to run. So quality supplements are absolutely crucial. The foundational supplements that we love and recommend is this bottle, 3 bottles down here on the left-hand corner of your screen, the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And this is your omegas, which is really important for cardiovascular function, hair, skin, nails, and so many brain function parts of our body through those omegas. And they have essential oils in them. So it actually helps the fish oil to stay really fresh and gives you more antioxidants. Then the second bottle is that Alpha CRS. This is our basically our cellular antioxidant. It's packed with tons of polyphenols and things that are so good for helping reduce that cellular inflammation. Then we have our Microplex, which is a bioavailable plant-based multivitamin. So you're getting think of it as a salad in a bottle. You're getting all of the vitamins and nutrients that you need on a daily basis. And of course, we can't forget about that microbiome. We're talking about our microbiome, and that is where our and our probiome restore is called. PB Restore is really great. It's a probiotic, a prebiotic, and it even has bacteriophage that really helps to fortify your gut health. And it goes to exactly where your body needs it. So instead of just getting dissolved by your stomach acid, which most probiotics, sorry, newsflash, are just eaten by your stomach acid, this is actually double encapsulated. So it can get all the way into your large intestines and your small intestines and your colon, which is actually where you need that microbiome diversity. And last but not least, my favorite product, which is Terrazyme digestive enzymes. This is a game changer, especially for all of us over 30. After you are aging, your body stops producing naturally a lot of enzymes. So that's why if you're trying to eat something that you used to be able to just eat no problem when you were 20, that's because your body's lacking enzymes. So digestive enzymes actually help to break down the food in your stomach so that you can actually absorb those nutrients. Because what happens for most of us is that we eat food and it just sits in our stomach and our body can't get it out, and it just backs up our whole digestive system. So we want to make sure that our body is breaking down the food and then it's able to receive that nutrients from the food. And that's where Terrazymes are absolutely crucial. I really like the build enzymes. So together, this is a very basic foundation, and we recommend that if you aren't taking any supplements, that this is where you start with your biohacking, because it will completely change your life.
So seasonal detox practices. I love talking about this, and I want to talk about 2 types of seasons. So we have the year seasons that we all experience on this earth, which is summer, fall, winter, spring. And this is really important because we have different foods that are available to us during these 3-month windows when the temperatures are certain form, it's just everything varies. And so different foods are more available. And in my college studies, I also did a lot of research on this to find that foods are going to be higher in nutritional value when you are eating them in their peak time, in their peak season. So pomegranates, pumpkins around fall and winter are a perfect example, or watermelon and berries during the summer. So we do like to do a lot of research and share those things because you are going to get the best foods for that type of season. Also, detox practices that we can do, digital detoxing, also getting out and going on a little bit of an adventure every few months. If you've been kind of doing the same routine over and over again, kind of get some fresh air, doing a seasonal cleanse and parasite cleanse, especially if you travel a lot or you've just been exposed to raw meats or different foods or just different waters and different things that maybe your body isn't used to. You should definitely be able to feel it in your gut. If not, and we might need to do a microbiome reset because your bacteria is going to be intermixing with different bacteria from different regions that your body might not do best with, or it might get a little bit irritated with. And then also we have our natural cycles, right? So these are practices that like we want to really look into as well as women specifically, is like really learning how to honor our natural cycles and rhythms that are happening every 28 days. And I'm really paying attention that that's how nature is and that's how we're designed to be. So that's something that's really, really important. If you're really wanting to have a better relationship and understanding with your body as well as with nature, it's like we are all one.
All right, some eating habits that are really helpful, little shifts that you can do, which are biohacks that you can have all day long to support you. So number one is eating whole foods. If you have not heard of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15, you might want to research and see what's on those lists. Of course, we want to opt for organic as much as possible, but there is times where you can be safe with conventional, with certain foods that already have a protective layering, sort of like bananas with their, the banana peel and the watermelon and the avocado. But for foods like berries and leafy greens, you really want to go more organic. So we love to talk about a qualitarian diet, which is all about the quality of foods. Grass-fed meats and pasture-raised organic eggs are important. Really reading food ingredient labels and looking for the less ingredients, the better. So eating foods in the right order can help support your balanced blood sugar levels. And the key to anti-aging at the cellular level is keeping these insulin levels in check. And a good way to do that is eating in a certain order. And you can start your meal having a balanced meal of fiber, protein, fats, and carbs. Start with the fiber, some bites of veggies, and then moving on to your protein and fats, and then finishing last with the carbs. The protein and fats is going to be like a little cushion so that you're not just, when you're consuming your carbs, spiking your insulin levels if you're consuming by themselves, because ultimately carbohydrates do break down into sugar in the body. Doing micro fasts is really key, especially if anyone has experience with constant bloating and not understanding why, if you're, eating healthy or eating clean, is basically condensing your nutrition into, it depends on you, but 3 to 4 meals a day, focused with ample time in between meals for your body to digest. At least 3 to 4 meals will activate your migrating motor complex, which is a system in the body that's like our house cleaning service within the colon. And it begins moving the food, the peristalsis, along your digestive tract after 90 minutes of not eating. And so let's say that you have a good nourishing breakfast at home, but then you're going to a meeting in between breakfast and lunch, and you have like a latte at the meeting, and it's oat milk latte or whatever. That's even a source of calories that will stall what's called the MMC. And then the body doesn't go through that cleansing process between meals. And then you're putting more calories in and you're getting backed up and you're starting to bloat. So that's a really good practice that you can start pretty much immediately. And to get out of the habit of snacking, focused on balanced meals. Like I, love to have dessert, love to have a little snack. Well, I've been pairing it with the end of my meal. So don't wait to eat dessert. Don't wait till later to eat dessert. Have it right after the meal. We've already talked about eating to nourish your gut health with fiber and probiotic and prebiotic rich foods. And then another healthy hack that I try to do as often as possible is moving after a meal. 15-minute walks after the meal really does make a difference to help balance your blood sugar levels. Even if you can't get out to walk, let's say it's raining out, you can just be doing some body weight squats or just maybe vacuuming around the house or just moving your body in general.
So we've talked about a lot of things in this webinar, and so we're just going to break it down super simple for you. So I know we've thrown a lot of different ideas and rituals and things that you can learn about in more depth when we support you and guide you through that. But really what we want to focus on is 3 very simple steps. We want to reduce, right, which is what we do in our guided cleanse, and we help you do this. Reducing our alcohol, sugar intake, over-the-counter medications, exposure to toxins in general, lack of movement, conventional house products, and intake of inflammatory foods. And what we want to really focus on is cleansing, right? So supporting that digestive lining, supporting our mindset with nourishing habits, supporting our kidney, liver, our lungs, and our skin, which are detox pathways, and allowing those to be open so that those toxins and things that have gotten stored can actually leave our body. And ultimately, that process is going to lead to restoration. That's going to help us to sleep better. It's going to help us to create those healthy habits and the energetic flow in our body that is ultimately leading us to a more well-balanced and a non-toxic lifestyle so that we can keep nurturing that healthy biome and keep having a healthy relationship with food and keep evolving in this never-ending journey of health and learning how to support your body and ultimately to love yourself more, because that's truly what we're doing here is finding different ways that you can pour a little more love into yourself throughout the day. And to me, that of yoga or living in harmony is being able to love ourselves a little more.
So the cleanse program is a 3-phase program that we have been facilitating for some years, and it is really, really effective. So it's broken down into 3 phases. Phase 1 is days 1 through 10, where we start opening the detox pathways, including the liver, kidneys, lungs, and skin. Think all the organs to help remove toxins. The first phase, it activates all detox pathways for our excretory organs to manage the toxic load from eradicating harmful bacteria, yeasts, and parasites, and removing toxic debris. This phase focuses on clearing and preparing these organs for the next phase. Phase 2, days 11 through 20, we're talking gut reset, parasite and fungal cleansing, where we eliminate stored toxins. So this reset phase follows and involves the eradication of these harmful colonies. During this phase, the body will be dealing with the die-off phase of these unfriendly guests in our body, and one may experience very mild flu-like symptoms. So this is common. And then lastly, phase 3, the last 10 days of the cleanse, we are restoring the microbiome, supporting healthy lifestyle transition. So this final renew phase involves really bringing in healthy bacteria and boosting cellular metabolic health and function. Think of nurturing a robust microbiome, and that will lay the foundation for transitioning to a healthier lifestyle overall and feeling a lot better.
All right, so we are doing this cleanse with our Cleanse and Restore supplement kit. And there's certain supplements that you'll be taking throughout the whole 30 days. And that's pretty much what you see on the left side. And then we'll be switching out some key supplements during phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. We do have a tracker to be on top of which supplements you need to take when. So everything is laid out for you. And we do have options to do a 30-day version or a 50-day version. Mhm. All right, so what's included for our cleanse program is so much. It's really a whole community supporting you. We have been personally experiencing this cleanse as our lifestyle throughout over the years, and then guiding many others who have just incredible testimonials. You can see one on the right. I had recently posted on my Instagram a whole stream of testimonials that you can go and check out. But we'll be providing grocery lists as well as 30-day meal plan and delicious recipes. The recipes are so good when you're just, wanting something healthy and something new and something with the season. We're foodies over here, so that's really a high priority, is making food taste delicious. That's good for us. So specialty support, like I know a lot of people come to learn about this opportunity who are dealing with like four main things we see most is like digestive issues, a lot of bloating and things like that, of course, but a lot of hormonal imbalance we've helped with, any skin issues happening, and people who are looking for weight loss. So we do have specialty support for that. We provide mindful practices because when you're looking to upgrade your health and your life, it really does start with your mindset. We're providing journal prompts and really giving you the space to go on an inward journey throughout this cleanse. Think of yourself as starting like a little caterpillar, and then you'll be coming out on the other end, spreading your wings like a beautiful butterfly. We do giveaways for participants, a lot of self-care and detox protocols and practices to embody and support with our health coaches. So Saturday marked 30 days for me. I feel so accomplished as I reintroduce foods. It's powerful to be tuned into how my body is communicating. Looking forward to making this a regular twice a year part of my life. Thank you all for all the support, and moving on to the 50 days. So a lot of people will come in, I want to do 30 days. Some people come in wanting to do the 50-day protocol, but there is some that start the 30 days and feel so good, they decide to carry on and take it to 50 days.
So in addition to just getting the support, having all of these tools, you're also going to get 25% off any products that you order from doTERRA, which is where we get the supplements. You're getting wholesale pricing. You also get a free gift, including a diffuser. You also have the option to swap out for a hand soap or a
Toothpaste.
So you can get your toothpaste in. Thank you, Jen. And you get a wellness consult. You get to connect with the person that invited you in here and actually go over what are your priorities, what are your goals, what do you really want to focus on, and we'll go over into having a strategic game plan for you so you can feel supported and on the right track. And of course, access to our WhatsApp private community chat. This is where all things are talked about, and we're here to support you. We're monitoring the chat, we're answering the questions, we're sharing our recipes, we're going deeper, and really guiding you for those 30 days, because that's what this comes down to, is like having the accountability and having the community to really be there with you through every step of the way. I don't know that I would be as committed to do some of the cleanses that I've done without someone being there by my side. So I'm really grateful for the community, and I'm super happy to be hosting and also supporting those on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
ultimately, each of us have the opportunity now to just check in with yourself, right? And so we're not here to convince you, we're not here to sell you anything, but we're simply here to invite you to connect more deeply to the intuition and to the calling that you might be feeling within you that has brought you to this webinar in the first place. So if you have been experiencing that little feeling that's like, yeah, I need to cleanse, I need to look at some of these rituals in my life and take better care of myself, then 100% you have the power to say yes, and you have the power to create and write your story. You are the writer, not the victim of your life, right? And you can, whether it's you're dealing with a pesky issue or something that's been reoccurring for a long time, I promise you that the learning how to love your body, how to eat better, how to heal naturally with plants, how to clean your home environment will 100% change your life. And All you have to do is say yes and join us. And you never know where that journey is going to take you, but I promise it will take you into a much better space than you are now. And we're happy to be those guides with you to support you in your journey. And if anything comes up, to not feel alone in this, because we've all been there, we've all done it, and we've all had those crazy ups and downs. And it's really nice to know that you're not alone as you go through the process.
All right. So this is the cleanse kit that we are working with to take us through the 30 days. When you purchase your cleanse kit, you have access to our group coaching and our program that we've created complimentary. So this is an investment in your health that is worth far more than what you see on the screen, but you'll be getting out so much. It's $311.50 for your 30-day supply of the Cleanse and Restore supplements. The turmeric dual capsules is an incredible addition that you could add on for $42. It's a blend of turmeric turmeric oil with turmeric powder, and they become more bioactive, but bioavailable to the body. It helps with detoxification and supporting our gut.
And then we have the 50-day option if you want to go a little bit further and redo phase 2 and 3. Maybe you feel like there's a little more work that you want to do, get better results. You can simply purchase a couple of the supplements that you're going to continue to take for phase 2, which will leave you at a total for $483 for all the supplements. And remember, you're getting the coaching, you're getting the community support, all the recipes, meal plans included with this. So really, you just need to focus on getting your supplements. And you can also make it the purchase the second month so you can get some freebies and some points accumulated the way.
Yes, definitely reach out to the wellness advocate who invited you to this call so that you can get the most perks for your dollar. You can earn doTERRA dollars. We have some strategy to help you with that.
And I just want to say what a killer deal this is, because there are so many, like, I know if you want to hire Monica or Megan or myself for our individual coaching, as well as many other people that are on this call, it would cost a lot of money. And to have all of this basically just given for free with just the purchase of supplements is absolutely amazing, because this cleanse is worth thousands of dollars. So I just want to say that, because I think it's really important to know what all of this is worth. And when you're ready, all you have to do is reach out to that person who invited you to this masterclass, and then we'll add you to our WhatsApp chat that is going to be up and running very soon, because we start on September 30th, and it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, so upcoming season, fall season cleanse runs from September 30th to October 30th. We're excited to get you started and join us on this journey. Cleansing your gut is the first step towards reclaiming your health and your vitality. Embrace this journey and watch your energy and your life transform. Ah, our little butterfly at the end. This is going to be you. So thank you so much for tuning in with us. Is there any questions that we can answer here live? Please unmute or type in the chat.
Yes, a common question that we do get often is if the cleanse is okay for pregnant or for breastfeeding women. And the answer is no. We want to wait until after pregnancy, after breastfeeding, to do the cleanse, just because we're pulling out a lot of things that might be stored in fat cells that are from a long time ago, and we don't need any little babies being exposed to all of that. They're already exposed to so much. So if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, we'd love to have you cleanse, and there's a more gentle version that you can be doing on a day-to-day basis, but save a more deep cleanse like this for a little bit later. Also, we do get questions on who should do the 50-day versus the 30-day very often. Those people who are that may suspect that they have a parasite cleanse or need a parasite cleanse would be the type of person that would need to do a 50-day cleanse, or someone that has had a health concern that has lasted for multiple years, or it's kind of a chronic issue, those type of people are going to need to do the 30-day cleanse. So, Meg, how would someone know if they may have parasites? I know that you always share all the fun things that you like to do. You're the queen of being like, I do these amazing things. And also that's why I do a 50-day cleanse.
Yes. So parasites are a part of our body. They just are. Everyone is dealing with them. What level of parasite activity is happening in the body is all different on what activities you do in your lifestyle. So the main parasite attracting activities, and I check all the boxes, is exactly why I like to do the 50-day version when I do the cleanse twice a year, is if you eat fish or pork, if you walk barefoot, if you're one to go grounding and put your feet in the earth, if you consume fruits and vegetables, if you travel to third world countries, if you live with a pet. These are the common ways that you can attract parasites. And so what happens in our 50-day version, we do phase 1, opening up our detox pathways, phase 2, cleansing the gut, phase 3, restoring our microbiome. When you're doing the 50-day version, you do phase 1, 2, 3, and then you repeat phase 2 again, the gut cleanse, and then phase 3 again, the gut restoration. And then we teach you how to transition out of this, whether you do the 30 or the 50 days, of what healthy lifestyle practices that you can stick with. And also, yes, you can invite your friends and your family to cleanse with you. We get a lot of that, like, hey, can I bring a group with me? Because like we mentioned, like Monica mentioned, when she does a cleanse, she's had the most success when we do it with the people in our innermost circles, especially if you live with someone who eats a certain way and it's like cooking 2 types of meals, like get your family on board, like let's get healthy. And my favorite time to cleanse throughout the whole entire year is the fall season, because this is 30 days of setting yourself up. It takes about 21 days to make a habit. It's 30 days to establish these healthy lifestyle habits before we transition into the holiday season. And I think I found myself doing more fall and spring cleaning because I set myself up moving in through the holidays. I do well throughout the holidays. I'm feeling good. So when January comes around, I'm not in this, oh, new me, new year, new me vibe. It's like I've already established these healthy habits. And then come spring, I'm ready to cleanse again, because this is technically safe for you to do all 4 seasons. And that's going to be an individual thing for you. It depends on what you're dealing with your health.
And Pamela is asking, is it safe for 17 and 19-year-old daughters? Yes, absolutely. And I wish that I would have done this cleanse at 17 or 19 instead of doing all of the Western, all the meds and all the things that totally wrecked my gut health. So 100% have your teens get on this program, because it can make a huge difference for them. And them learning how to help their gut health now is probably one of the best things you can teach as a parent. So I would say absolutely. And also for men, we said ladies a lot on this call, and I think that's because we tend to attract a lot of beautiful lady butterflies, but 100% this is a great cleanse for men too. We have men all the time joining. It's usually though often because one of their lady friends was like, hey, I'm doing this cleanse. Would you like to do it with me? But we do have some very empowered, very amazing men that do come in this cleanse on their own too. And we love them. They are more than welcome. And this cleanse, the supplements are the same for both men and women, unless you are specifically doing the hormone balancing journey, which you can get some of those supplements separate. So just reach out to whoever invited you to this, and we can make sure that you have the right things that you need for your body. And then someone was asking about when they get the fall grocery intro call. We will share that fall menu with you guys, and Megan and Monica, I'm sure, are chefing up all the delicious fall things right now. And I can't wait to try what they come up with, because every time their recipes are so good and I learned so much about food. It's very fun.
Pomegranate, everything. Pumpkin, everything. Healthy.
Yes. And all the spices, right?
Lattes.
Oh my gosh, so yummy.
Chai latte with the essential oil blend that I make.
Yummy.
I've been saving some on Instagram lately. I'll send them to you guys and see what you think, if they meet your foodie standards.
Approved. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking your time tonight with us. We're excited to share this information. I hope that you learned so much that you can start implementing even today, tonight, and starting tomorrow for your new you. And please do reach out with us if you decided to join us for the fall cleanse.
We're looking forward to it. And thank you guys so much for joining. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're super happy to answer. And have a great night. Thanks,
Bye.
ladies.
Thank you. Thank you, Pamela, for telling us we're glowing. It's because of the cleanse.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody. Thanks so much.
Bye.